Get ready for a whirlwind of breaking sports news. Newcastle United is making waves with massive transfer rumors. A rising star from Feyenoord is on their radar, and we've got a deep dive into potential new signings that could shake up the Premier League. First up, Tino Livramento is at the center of a massive Arsenal and Manchester City transfer saga, with Newcastle United reportedly now open to a staggering £60 million deal. We break down the latest from Fabrizio Romano and what it means for the Magpies' summer plans. Then, we shift focus to Feyenoord's electrifying winger, Anis Hadj Moussa. With 11 goals and 6 assists this season, Newcastle United is reportedly very interested in bringing this exciting talent to St. James Park, but Feyenoord is playing hardball. Could this be the attacking spark Eddie Howe needs? And finally, we're asking if Newcastle United has learned anything from past transfer mistakes as Liam Delap links surface. Is this another expensive gamble or a shrewd move? You don't want to miss this breakdown. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Newcastle United is reportedly open to selling Tino Livramento this summer, with Arsenal and Manchester City reportedly lurking with significant interest. This bombshell comes as the Magpies face a potential Champions League qualification miss, prompting speculation about the futures of their star players. Sources indicate that Arsenal is seriously considering a summer bid for the versatile fullback, who has just over 2 years left on his contract. The Daily Telegraph reports that Livramento shares the same agent as Mikel Arteta, potentially smoothing the path for a deal. While Newcastle would prefer to keep him and are open to contract discussions, they acknowledge his market value could decrease if new terms aren't agreed. TEA Talk claims Newcastle is ready to cash in on the England international, with Manchester City believed to be in pole position after expressing interest last summer. However, the race is heating up, as Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester United have also been alerted to the situation, setting the stage for a summer battle. Selling Livramento is seen as a move that could help Newcastle protect the futures of other key stars within the squad. Insider Graham Bailey notes that while a new contract for Livramento isn't on the horizon, Newcastle is aware of the hyped-up market interest and is not actively pushing him out. Renowned journalist Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Livramento is a player to watch for the summer, though nothing is advanced. He clarified that Arsenal is indeed monitoring right-backs as a priority, but no concrete steps have been taken with Livramento. He also debunked claims that Manchester City is actively signing him, stating their interest from a year ago is on standby. Don't go anywhere, because the transfer market drama is just heating up. Next, we're diving into a potential swoop for a high-flying winger who's lighting up the Eredivisie. Newcastle United is reportedly showing serious interest in Feyenoord winger Anis Hadj Moussa, a dynamic talent who has impressed with 11 goals and 6 assists this season. This pursuit comes as the Magpies continue their search for attacking consistency under Eddie Howe. Hadj Moussa has emerged as one of the Eredivisie's most intriguing wide players, described as elite for his rapid acceleration and attacking instincts. Newcastle officials have reportedly scouted him extensively, including during a European clash, signaling more than just casual curiosity. Despite a strong individual performance, Feyenoord has had an uneven domestic campaign. The Algerian international, at 23, represents the kind of player clubs seek for both immediate impact and future growth. This interest is contextualized by Newcastle's struggles to reshape their attack after losing Alexander Isak. While they invested in players like Yoane Wissa, Nick Woltemade, and Anthony Elanga, the hoped-for transformation in goal-scoring and cohesion hasn't fully materialized. Feyenoord is reportedly seeking around €35 million, £30.1 million, for Hadj Moussa, who is contracted until 2030, making them reluctant sellers. For Newcastle, the decision is whether to invest in a player whose value could soar. Supporters will be intrigued by the prospect of Hadj Moussa's pace and goal threat, addressing the team's often predictable attack, especially against organized defenses. However, the £30 million price tag and the club's history of signings struggling to adapt to the Premier League will also raise questions about value and balance within the squad. Stick around as we analyze whether this exciting prospect is the key to unlocking Newcastle's attacking potential. Next, we're questioning if Newcastle is repeating past transfer blunders with a surprising striker link. Newcastle United's transfer strategy is under scrutiny once again, with links to striker Liam Delap suggesting the club might be repeating past mistakes. This comes as Eddie Howe seeks to strengthen the squad following Alexander Isak's departure. The club reportedly admired Delap previously, and interest has resurfaced as they scan the striker market. However, Delap's record at Chelsea, with only one Premier League goal in 20 appearances, raises concerns about paying a premium for potential rather than proven output. This potential move is drawing parallels to previous signings like Yoane Wissa and Anthony Elanga, which have faced criticism for their value and impact. The Daily Mail reports that while Newcastle admires Delap, there's no clear indication Chelsea would sell. Paying a premium for Premier League experience is a strategy that has drawn criticism, especially when European markets often offer similar talent at lower fees, as demonstrated by signings like Isak, Guimarães, and Tonali. The concern is that this pursuit represents a pattern of recruitment that hasn't consistently delivered, leading to questions about the club's transfer planning, particularly given the involvement of PIF's discomfort with previous deals. Could this be a costly gamble or a necessary risk? We'll debate it. And now, for our final update, we're looking at an explosive claim about a transfer that might be a colossal misstep. Newcastle United's transfer links to Liam Delap are raising serious alarm bells, suggesting the club may not have learned from recent recruitment missteps. This comes as Eddie Howe looks to bolster the squad after the sale of Alexander Isak. The club has reportedly admired Delap, even attempting to sign him before he chose Chelsea. Interest has resurfaced as Newcastle scans the striker market, according to the Daily Mail. However, Delap's return of just one Premier League goal in 20 games for Chelsea raises questions about his readiness to lead the line for a club with European ambitions. This pursuit echoes criticism leveled at previous signings like Yoane Wissa and Anthony Elanga, sparking debate about paying a premium for potential and homegrown status within the Premier League market. Analysts point out that European leagues often provide similar talent at lower costs, citing examples like Isak and Guimarães. The concern is that this represents a pattern of recruitment that has not yielded the desired results, leading to discomfort among stakeholders like PIF regarding deals for players who haven't proven their worth. If these Delap links intensify, it will force a critical look at Newcastle's transfer strategy and whether they are making another expensive gamble. We've covered the potential ins and outs, but is this the right direction for Newcastle? Stay tuned for our rapid-fire recap and a look at what's next. All right, that's a wrap on today's news. We saw Newcastle United potentially open to a massive £60 million deal for Tino Livramento, sparking interest from Arsenal and Man City. Then, we dove into the exciting prospect of Feyenoord's Anis Hadj Moussa, a winger with serious goal-scoring potential on Newcastle's radar. We also questioned if Newcastle is repeating past transfer blunders by linking up with Liam Delap and debated the strategy behind such moves. Don't miss out on any of the action. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a comment with your thoughts on these transfers, and give us a follow on all our socials to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.